Hello everyone, I am Professor Sushant Mohite, working as a Head of Electrical Department in Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. This is the scheme of or examination scheme of 5th semester. This is the course outcomes and teaching and examination scheme of subject energy conservation and auditing. We discuss all these things in video of unit number 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we start the unit number 5, that is energy audit of electrical system. Course outcomes of this unit number 5 is COE, carry out energy audit for electrical system, and the learning outcomes after ending of this chapter or this unit you get the following outcomes. The first, suggest relevant instruments for the specified energy audit with justification. Second, develop questionnaires for the energy audit of the given facility. Third, develop the energy flow diagram of the given facility or apparatus. Fourth, calculate the simple payback period for the given situation. And the last one, prepare the energy audit report for the given facility or apparatus. Next. Now we start the unit number 5, that is the energy audit of electrical system. The first, in your mind, the question, what is energy audit? Okay, or what is the introduction part of energy audit? In our country, different industries are the biggest consumers of energy. They need energy in the form of electrical and thermal energy sources. Energy sources may be oil, coal, natural gas, etc. In accounts about 50% of the total commercial energy consumption. The industrial sectors have to take firm step to cut down costs through recent developed technology and improve efficiency of resources use. Energy cost continuously increases due to increase in cost of energy resources. Thus, need is felt for energy efficiency improvement and also energy conservation and systematic energy management. No doubt that industries have dual responsibilities. The first, producing energy efficient products and services. The second, utilizing energy efficiently in their own operation. Then this can be achieved from the following effort. The first, reduce energy wastage, use of suitable technology to optimize energy efficiency. The next, continuous monitoring of energy use. Next, modify, use recent technology for modifying operations. Next, use electricity, renewable fossils, fuels, resulting environmental benefits. Next, energy required for buying at low economical rates, prices. Next, train the operators and staff to conversant to use latest methods, technologies which prove to be time saving and products at cheaper rates. Then energy incentives industry are used in the following sectors: sugar, textile, cement, fertilizer, steel, chemicals, railway, transport, petrochemicals, petroleum, refinery, power generation sectors like hydro, thermal, transmission and distribution of energy, commercial or establishment, etc. The above cited industries shall get energy audit conducted by accredited authorities and implement the recommendations which are techno-economically viable. Next, so what is the definition of energy audit? The fundamental goal of energy management is to produce goods and provide services with the least cost and least environmental effort. The term energy management or energy audit means many things to many people. One definition of energy management is the judicious and effective use of energy to maximize profit or minimize cost and enhance competitive positions. Another comprehensive definition is the strategy of adjusting and optimizing energy using systems and procedures so as to reduce energy requirement per unit of output while holding constant or reducing total cost of producing the output from this system. Or as per the Indian Energy Conservation Act 2001, energy audit is the verification, monitoring and analysis of use of energy, including submission of technical report containing recommendations for improving energy efficiency with cost benefit analysis and an action plan to reduce energy consumption. The next, what is the objective of energy audit? The objectives of energy audit or energy management are to achieve and maintain optimum energy procurement and utilization throughout the organization, and first to minimize energy cost or waste without affecting production and quality, and the next to minimize environmental effects. Next, why the need for energy audit, or what is the need of energy audit? Energy audit, it helps to understand different ways of energy and fuels which are used in the industry. It helps to find different areas of processes where a lot of waste can occur, so to find the means to reduce waste. Next, it gives positive orientation to energy cost reduction. Next, to suggest quality control, arrange programs on this. Next, it suggests preventive maintenance to reduce overall cost, save time. Next, the programs are vital for utility, activities, production, etc. The next, the three top operating expenses are energy, both electrical and thermal, or labor and materials. Energy will emerge as a top ranker for cost reduction. The primary objective of energy audit is to determine ways to reduce energy consumption per unit of product output or to lower operating cost. Energy audit provides a benchmark reference point for managing energy in the organization. And this is a need of energy audit. Next, the types of energy audit. In energy audit, there are three types: the preliminary energy audit, the second targeted energy audit, and the third one is the detailed energy audit. The first is the preliminary energy audit. Preliminary energy audit uses existing or easily obtained data, find out the energy consumption area in the organization, estimate the scope for saving, identifies the most likely areas for attention, identifies immediate no cost or low cost improvements, sets a reference point, identifies areas for more detailed study or measurement. The preliminary energy audit is a relatively quick exercise to the first establish energy consumption in the organization, the estimate the scope for saving, identify the most likely and the easiest areas for attention, identify immediate, especially no or low cost improvements or saving, set a reference point, identify areas for more detailed study or measurement. Preliminary energy audit uses existing or easily obtained data. Next is a targeted energy audit. Targeted energy audits are mostly based upon the outcomes of the preliminary audit result. They provide data and detailed analysis on specified target projects. As an example, an organization may target its lighting system or boiler system or compressed air system with a view to bring about energy saving. Targeted audit therefore involve detailed surveys of the target subjects or area with analysis of these energy flows and costs associated with those targets. Next, detailed energy audit. Detailed energy audit evaluates all system and the equipment which consumes energy, and the audit comprises a detailed study on energy saving and cost. A comprehensive audit provides a detailed energy project implementation plan for a facility since it evaluates all major energy using system. This type of audit offers the most accurate estimate of energy saving and cost. It considers the interactive effects of all projects, accounts for the energy use of all major equipment, and includes detailed energy cost saving calculation and the project cost. In a comprehensive audit, one of the key element is the energy balance. This is based on an inventory of energy using system, assumption of current operating condition, and calculation of energy use. This estimated use is then compared to utility bill charges. Detailed energy auditing is carried out in three phases: phase 1, 2 and 3. Phase 1 is a pre-audit, phase 2 is the audit base, and phase 3 is the post-audit base. A guide for conducting energy audit at a glance. The first, in any industry, the methodology of energy audit needs to be flexible. A comprehensive 10-step methodology to conduct for energy audit at field level is presented below. Energy manager and energy auditor may follow these steps to start with and add or change as per their needs and industry type. Okay, now we start the 10-step methodology for detailed energy audit. The phase 1 is a pre-audit phase. So plan of action. In that, step 1 is a plan and organize. The second part of step 1 is a walk-through audit, and the third part is a informal interview with energy manager, production or plant manager. Then step 2 for pre-audit phase is conduct of brief meeting or awareness program with all divisional heads and persons concerned, 2 to 3 hours. Purpose or result. Step 1, resource planning, establish or organize a energy audit team, organize instruments and time frame, macro data collection suitable to type of industry, familiarizations of process and plant activities, first hand observation and assessment of current level operation and practices. Step 2, building up cooperation, issue questionnaires for each department, orientation, awareness creation. Then next is the phase 2, audit based plan of action. In that, first, primary data gathering process, flow diagram and energy utility diagram. Next, the conduct survey and monitoring. Next, conduct of detailed trials or experiments for selected energy guzzlers. Next, analysis of energy use. Next, identification and development of energy conservation opportunities. And the last one, the cost benefit analysis and the reporting and the presentation to the top management. After doing the phase 2 means audit base, what you get the result? The first, historic data analysis, baseline data connection, prepare process flow charts, All service utility system diagram, example single line power distribution diagram, water compress air and steam distribution. Next, design operating data and schedule of operation. Next, annual energy bill and energy consumption pattern, refer manual, log sheet, nameplate, interview. The next is the measurement, motor survey, insulation and lightning survey with portable instruments for collection of more and accurate data. Confirm and compare operating data with design data. Next, trials or experiment, 24 hours power monitoring, maximum demand, power factor, kilowatt hour, etc. Load variations or trends in pumps, fan, compressor, etc. Boiler, efficiency, trials for 4 to 8 hours. Furnace efficiency trials, equipment, performance, experiments, etc. Next, energy and material balance and the energy loss or waste analysis. Next, identification and consolidations, energy conservation measures, conceive, develop and refine ideas, review the previous ideas suggested by unit personnel, review the previous ideas suggested by energy audit if any, use brainstorming and value analysis techniques, contacts vendors for new or efficient technology. Next, assess technical feasibility, economic feasibility, viability and prioritization of energy audit options for implementations, select the most promising projects, priorities by low, medium, long term measures. Next, documentation, report, presentation to the top management. These all are the result and the action plan in audit phase, means phase 2, and the last is the phase 3 is a post audit phase. In that the action plan is a implementation and follow up. After doing this action you get the following result. The first, assist and implement energy conservation recommendation measures and monitor the performance. The action plan, schedule for implementation, follow up and periodic review. Then the phase 1 pre-audit phase activities, a structural methodology to carry out an energy audit is necessary for efficient working, and initial study of the site should always be carried out as the planning of the procedure necessary for an audit is most important. The initial site visit and preparation required for the detailed auditing. An initial site visit may take 1 day and gives the energy auditor or engineers an opportunity to meet the personal concerned, to familiarize him with the site and to assess the procedures necessary to carry out the energy audit. During the initial site visit, the energy auditor or engineer should carry out the following activities: discuss with the site's senior management the aims of the energy audit, discuss economic guidelines associated with the recommendations of the audit, analyze the major energy consumption data with the relevant personnel, obtain site drawings where available, building layout, steam distribution, compressed air distribution, electricity distribution, etc. Tour the site accompanied by engineers or production. The main aim of initial site visits are to finalize the energy audit team, to identify the main energy consuming areas or plant items to be surveyed during the audit, to identify any existing instrumentation or additional metering required, to decide whether any meters will have to be installed prior to the audit, example kilowatt hour, steam, oil or gas meters, to identify the instrumentation required for carrying out the audit, to plan with the time frame, to collect micro data on plant energy resources, major energy consuming centers, to create awareness through meeting or programs. Then activities, detailed activities in phase 2. Depending on the nature and complexity of the site, a comprehensive audit can take from several weeks to several months to complete. Detailed studies to establish and investigate energy and material balance for specific plant departments or items of process equipment are carried out. Whenever possible, checks of plant operations are carried out over extended periods of time at nights and at weekends as well as during normal daytime working hours to ensure that nothing is overlooked. The audit report will include a description of energy inputs and product outputs by major department or by major processing function and will evaluate the efficiency of such step of the manufacturing process. Means of improving these efficiencies will be listened and at least a preliminary assessment of the cost of the improvements will be made to indicate the expected payback on any capital investment needed. The audit report should conclude with specific recommendations for detailed engineering studies and feasibility analysis, which must then be performed to justify the implementation of those conservation measures that require investments. Then the information to be collected during detailed audit is as follows. Energy consumption by types of energy department, major items of process equipment by end use, material balance data, that is the raw material, intermediate and final products, recycled material, use of scrap or waste products, production of byproduct for reuse in other industries, etc. Energy cost and tariff data, process and material flow diagrams, generation and distribution of site service, example compressed air, steam, source of energy supply, example electricity from the grid or self generation, potential for fuel substation, process modifications and the use of cogeneration system, combined heat and power generation, energy management procedure and energy awareness training program with the establishment. Then data collection hints to avoid wasting efforts and time. Design values can be taken where measurements are difficult, means cooling water through heat exchanger, measurement exercise over abnormal workload periods such as startup and shutdowns. The next, the quality of the data must be such that the correct conclusion are drawn. Measurement equipment can be inexpensive, not expensive, it's inexpensive. Measurement system should be easy to use and provide the information to the accuracy that is needed, not the accuracy that is technically possible. And the last, define how frequent data collection should be to account for process variation. These are the total detail of energy audit. Okay. Next video we also discuss the how the energy audit will do in industries. Thank you.